Hey everybody, today we are going to talk about a few pregnancy traditions that we're just not interested in. Now, here comes the disclaimer that I hate to give out. Just because I don't feel like doing any of these, just because I don't feel like they're necessary for us, doesn't mean I'm judging you, so don't take it personal. So my thoughts on a lot of these things are that a lot of them are unnecessary expenses, I feel like, and it's not even like I'm trying to be like frugal about things, because Lord knows I have spent a lot of money on this baby. But it's like, I feel like the money that I'm spending is more like investment things, like investing in toys and furniture and things like that, things that we'll actually use, as opposed to investing in experiences, which is definitely a priorities thing. Some people prioritize the experiences over the tangible things. So, take it as you will. But if you are pregnant or going to be pregnant in the future, maybe these are some things that you can think about, as to whether you would actually want to spend your money on these things or not. So I feel like the first one that encompasses kind of throughout your pregnancy is pictures, professional pictures. We're just not into that. And I know that so many people do it. Even my friend back home, like, she takes professional pictures for almost every occasion and they always turn out beautiful. Her girls always look beautiful in them. They're stunning pictures, but we're just not those people, I guess. So we did not do professional pictures to do the announcement. We didn't do professional pictures for the gender reveal. We, aren't doing a birth photographer, because I don't want anybody in there seeing that. But I just feel like these are things that can add up very, very quickly. And while I'm not knocking the profession, and it's definitely artistry that goes into it, it's just not for us. So that's the first thing that I feel like it didn't even cross my mind to be like, let's get a photographer to cover all these things. I took the announcement pictures myself in like 10 minutes and some few treats to bribe the dogs, and got like one with the dogs and one just with the sonogram pictures. And that was our announcement. I edited it in PicMonkey, and that was that. I feel like it turned out perfectly fine for how we wanted it. And it was okay. And we actually, like, I wanted to take a picture for the gender reveal and just never got around to it. And then we just revealed it on this channel. So I didn't really feel the need to go back and take a different picture for that, because the ship had sailed. So I was like, well, there's that. And we're not going to do like a pregnancy photo shoot or anything. First off, I'm not really showing a whole lot. I think we would have to like wait almost until I give birth to really have like a nice round bump. And I don't really feel like doing it, like, I'm taking pictures just myself, occasionally if I feel like I'm looking extra like bloated that day. But overall, I don't feel like it's a necessity for me. Now, I might come January, like right before I give birth, I might, take some, just like me, just set the timer and just take some pictures that will maybe look a little bit nicer. But I don't know, I may not feel like it. It's just one of those things where it's like, I'm just not the type of pregnant woman that feels like some sort of glowing goddess. And I'm just kind of like, all right. It's not a priority for me. But, if I do feel like it, come the time that we start our maternity leave or whatever, then I might order one of those like little lace dresses on Amazon, that everyone takes their pictures in, and just go in the backyard and do a damn picture. But I'm not going to hire somebody to do it, especially knowing that I'm not really in the mood for it. So I'm not going to do that. And then what's interesting is that I was looking up birth photographers for some reason. I can't remember if it was like a forum post that made me look it up or something. I think that's what it was. I think people were asking, like, is this a crazy price to pay or something? And I thought, oh, that is definitely a crazy price to pay. But here's the thing. I was looking up birth photographers, and in like our area, dude, they're charging like $12,000. And I was like, what? No, just not happening. Number one, that's an expense that we would just not be comfortable parting with. And number two, like, I mean, I get that the person has to be basically on call, and that's why it's so expensive, because you are like blocking out a decent amount of their time. But like, wow, I will be just fine with my husband taking some pictures while we're in the delivery room, and that will be that. No, just too much. Now, the second thing is the nursery, and this will come as no surprise because I've talked about this throughout several different videos now, I feel like, but I don't want to waste all of my time and energy and effort and money putting together this whole nursery whenever half of that furniture is not even going to be used, to be perfectly honest. And I don't want to paint right now, and I don't want to decorate this whole room. And then maybe in like 3 or 4 years, he's like, I don't like this anymore. Can I paint it something else, or can I do something else? So we're not even doing a nursery, period. He's sleeping in our room, which actually is what the American Academy of Pediatrics, whatever, such and such, suggests. They suggest that the child sleep in your room, in their crib, with you for at least the first 6 months, preferably the first year. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to be in our room for probably a whole year, maybe even a little bit longer, basically until he's ready to go into that, like, big boy type of bed, that toddler type of bed. Then we'll put him in his own room, and he can pick out what he wants. Maybe he wants green walls or whatever it is. He can pick that stuff out. So whenever he's old enough to actually be like, this is what I am feeling, then that's what we'll do. It's kind of crazy to me how many people have really pushed the idea of a nursery on us. And whenever we tell them yeah, we're not doing that, they're like, how dare you? And we're like, how dare you? I don't get it. I feel like I know that so many people have a nursery, and it's definitely a pregnancy tradition. But for us, it's not right for us. So he will have his own big boy room once he is old enough. Now, the last two are the most important because I have such strong opinions on them, and that is the registry and the shower. Now, just to state our reasons first and then state my strong opinions on those, that's how I'm going to do this. So first off, we live closer to my husband's family than my family. They're right down the road from us, all of them. And then my family is 10 hours away. So in terms of a registry and a shower, logistically speaking, a shower would be difficult. Especially since we don't plan on traveling down to my family before the baby comes. Unless we feel like it, but I just don't feel like at 8.5 months I'm going to be feeling like that. But my husband's family doesn't really do celebrations before the birth. They tend to celebrate after the birth. So, having a shower in that regard also doesn't make sense because they don't really do that. And then people back home, my family does do showers, or where we're from, showers are a thing. But logistically speaking, it just doesn't work. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Basically, that's why we don't want to do a shower. Um, and then the registry, again, it's one of those things where, like, sure, we could make a registry, but neither party is actually going to look at that damn registry. My husband's family probably would not even look at it, would not even care about what's on it, because they're going to get us whatever they want to get us. Which I have my own thoughts on, which I'll go into in a minute. But the same thing goes for my family. They probably would not even bother to look at it, because honestly, back home, at least whenever I was living back there, like, people didn't do registries. You just brought whatever gift you thought that the expectant mom would need, or you asked her, what do you need? So, or on the invitation, they would say, like, please bring diapers, or please bring gift cards or something like that. So a registry was just not something that people really did back home, at least back then. So if we had a registry, basically nobody would look at it. And also, I get that a lot of people say, like, oh, even if you aren't having a shower, even if, you're not even going to give out your registry to anyone, put things on the registry because then you get a coupon. That's all well and good, but here's the thing. That coupon comes either right before the baby is born or after the baby is born, and I am not down for that. I'm basically due the 1st of February. I want to have everything purchased before Christmas. I want to buy nothing after Christmas. I want to spend the whole last month of my pregnancy not doing a damn thing. So I don't care if I pay full price for something, because I'm not going to be out there at 9 months pregnant shopping. Not going to do it. So now getting into my very strong opinions on the registry and the shower. I really did not think either one of those things was a big deal before getting pregnant. And then, of course, as soon as you get pregnant, you start getting, like, emails, from, like, what to expect and from Baby Center and all this stuff. And sometimes they have, like, forum links to, like, things you might be interested in, or things like that. Or they'll have articles on, like, what to put on your registry, what to do about your shower, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, I got really disgusted at some of the things that I read regarding people's opinions toward the registry and the shower. Now, here's my way of thinking about it. A registry is you're registering for whatever you think you and your baby are going to need. So a lot of times, especially for us, like, anyone that has reached out and asked, like, hey, what do you need for the baby? We've straight up told them, get us a gift card, because that's going to be the thing that's going to help us out the most. Because as with, like, let's say we did a registry, his family's not going to look at it. My family's not going to look at it. And even if they did, I know that my family is the type of people that would be like, oh, you registered for this thing, but I can get you something similar that's cheaper or whatever, or I can hand make you something that's similar. And it's like, but I registered for that specific thing, and that's what I wanted or needed. And I don't care if it comes off wrong, but I feel like if someone registers for something, you need to get them that thing and not a similar item or whatever it is, because they registered for that thing, not whatever substitute you wanted to get them. And I know a gift is a gift is a gift is a gift, but sometimes, like, it just, is the gift self-serving, or is it, truly a gift that you wanted to give? Like, and this is why I don't particularly want gifts from people, because I don't want to get into that whole thing, I feel like it's a matter of respecting the wishes of the person that you're giving the gift to, and a lot of times, oh my gosh, the things that I read just really ticked me off and made me actually not to ever want to have a shower because I legitimately read several people saying, well, the shower is for our entertainment. The shower is for us to come and get to eat and drink and play games. The shower isn't about the mom or the baby, it's about us. And I was like, what did you just say? Like, I literally cannot believe that people have that kind of mentality. It's almost like saying whenever you're coming to a wedding, it's about you being entertained and not about the happy couple, you know? So I really don't like that mentality. And I'm shocked at how many people echoed that mentality. And I'm also surprised at how many people said, oh, I couldn't believe that I went to the shower and they didn't give out goodie bags, or they didn't give out like a prize for showing up. And I was like, people actually do that? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I just grew up in a time and a place that just does not place that kind of emphasis on things like that. Like, I grew up in not an affluent area. There's a lot of like teenage moms back home. There's a lot of low income, moms. There's a lot of working moms. There's a lot of just plain old like working middle class people. And we just don't have that mentality of like, let me throw a party and spend money on decorations and gifts for you, and food and all this stuff in the hopes that you will show up and hopefully bring gifts that will offset all of the costs that I just spent. So like, let's say you're spending $500 on decorations and gifts for the attendees and food and all this stuff. And then you're hoping that those people will buy combined $500 of stuff off your registry. Like, whenever you could have just spent that money on buying the things that you needed in the first place. Like, I don't understand that at all. Here's how it went back home. I went to a few different baby showers, and they were all this way. They're potluck, like everybody brings something to contribute. Or if it was at like a restaurant or something, everyone paid their own part of the bill so that the mom didn't have to like, cover the cost of it, or her mother-in-law or her mom or whoever's putting on the baby shower. They didn't have to like cover the cost of that. Everyone brought either a gift that they thought that the mom would need if there was no like direction as to what you should bring, or, if the baby shower card said, like, please bring gift cards, or please bring diapers, or whatever it is, you bring those things, or you just give them cash, like just something to help out with whatever they're going to need. And you also expected literally nothing in return. Like, you showed up to celebrate the mom and the baby, and you didn't expect to walk out of there with anything. Like, I can't fathom that. Literally, I cannot fathom somebody walking into an event like that and being like, they better give me a goodie bag. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. And I actually saw somebody said like, oh, instead of bringing a card, with your gift, please bring like a children's book, and sign that, for the baby or whatever. And I was like, wow, you know what? I really like that idea. Like, I love that. And if we were having a shower, I would definitely ask people to do that. And dude, there were so many people that got so angry and said, how dare you? A card is only $5, but that book is going to cost $8 or $10 and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Like, all right, well, you know what? Like, I'm literally not the type of person that's ever going to keep all of those cards. Like, they're going straight into the garbage. Like, they're just taking up space, So why would you not want to? Like, I'm gonna get so annoyed if I keep talking about this, but I feel like that was very just disrespectful. Like, if you don't want to bring the stupid book, then don't bring the stupid book. But don't sit there and berate the mother to be for asking for that. And nobody said you had to buy a $10 book. Go to the freaking Goodwill and get a $1 book. Like, it's the thought, of getting them what they've asked for, but doing it in, your way, that counts. It's not like they asked for a brand new book or something, that really disgusted me. And another thing that I saw, and even there was a few articles about this, like saying like you should never do this, but then also just people on forums, saying how tacky they thought it was or whatever, asking for gift cards for your shower. Number freaking one, if you're going to a shower, you should be bringing something that either they have registered for or you feel like they could genuinely use, or whatever it is. And if they specify, bring diapers, or if they specify, please bring gift cards or whatever it is, then that's what you need to bring. And if you don't agree with that, then you don't have to show up. Like literally, it is so easy. Just don't show up, send your regards and be like, man, I just couldn't make it. Sorry. I just... Why does that bother you so much? And I can't believe how many people also say, that's so tacky. Well, listen, not everybody has, people that are buying everything for them. Not everyone has, people that will go in on a large gift, several different people. You have people that are only going to buy like the inexpensive gift, which is fine. But if you registered for like, let's say a $300 stroller, and you may not have 6 people that go in on that stroller, and then you're still going to have to buy that. So giving a gift card, maybe to a specific retailer will help them be able to get that. I don't understand why that's such a big deal, and I love how they're like, oh, the only way you can ask for gift cards is if you're doing like a baby shower where you have to like travel to it. So you can't bring all these gifts and all this and that. And I'm just like, no, the only way you can ask for a gift card for a baby shower is if you ask for a gift card for a baby shower. Like, I can't. It just really irks me. And they're like, it's the equivalent of asking for money. Well, guess what? So is asking for gifts. Like you're asking people to either bring you money in cash form, bring you money in the form of a gift card, or bring you money in the form of a gift that you bought. It's all the same freaking thing. And I feel like if the parents are asking for a gift card, that's what you need to get them. And if you don't agree with it, you can choose not to show up. But I honestly feel like anyone who doesn't agree with that is not a true supporter of those 2 people and their child anyway. I feel like I spoke about this before, but there's a lot of people that don't truly support you, or don't truly care. And if you're that type of person, then just honestly, I think it's better for you to just not be involved in their lives, period. Like people in this life stage don't need fake supporters around them. So if you're going to be the type of person that is like, oh, it's tacky for you to do this or that, see your way out the door. Honestly, some of these things, if people had said them to my face about anything, like if I had a registry and I registered for only gift cards, or if I told, people like I'm having a shower, but we'd really prefer only gift cards. If they said something to me like that's so tacky, I'd be like, you can just F all the way off. I don't need you in my life. I don't care who you are. If you're going to say that to me, I don't need you in my life, because that's crap. And I just, this is what I don't understand, And a lot of people say, oh, well, I don't go off the registry because they should just be happy with whatever I give them. No. If someone goes to the point of registering, it's because they're asking you, like, this is what I really need for the baby. Most people are not registering for Tahitian vacations on their registry and, registering for like astronaut suits, like they're asking for things that they genuinely feel like they're going to use for their child or for their new journey into parenthood. So it's a respect thing that you should, regardless of how you feel about whatever their choices are, if you love and respect them, you need to respect their wishes and get them what they asked for. Honestly, I could go off on this literally all day. And I have. I have talked about this to death with my husband, just being like, I can't believe people said that. But it just, I just can't fathom it, you know? And especially the whole like, we're only going to show up to the baby shower because we're there to be entertained. Like, I've just never heard that, literally ever, you know? And I just, maybe it's a socioeconomic differences kind of thing, but I did not grow up in a place where things like that are said. So I don't like it. So we're not having a shower, we're not registering, and I feel really good about the fact that we are purchasing literally every single thing that our baby needs. We've had a few people reach out and be like, hey, you know, what do you want or whatever, and we're just like, we'd love a gift card, you know, or get us what you think that you would like to get us. So it's like, we don't specifically like say like, you have to get us this one thing, but you know, I know that one of my friends is sending us a cute little newborn outfit, so I'm excited about that. We know that a couple other people are going to give us gift cards, and that's great too. But it just like, I'm really glad that we are fully in control of choosing all the things, because the thought of there actually being people out there that think these crazy ways is just insane to me. And honestly, that's a stressor that I just don't need during my pregnancy, is thinking about people acting a freaking fool at a baby shower. I just cannot. So there you have it. That got pretty ranty. I hope that any of you other like pregnant ladies or moms or whatever, if you've already been through this, I hope that if you had like a shower and stuff, I hope that it went really well. I hope that you know, had the experience that you wanted from it, because I had no idea that showers could get so petty and nitpicky. Had no idea. So I hope that you had the shower of your dreams, and I'm immensely glad that I'm not going to have one. So I will catch you guys next time. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And that's that. Bye.